Let's talk about some of the basic facts about the disputed West Philippine Sea, as well as some misconceptions about the ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Yes, it is true that the Philippines won over China during the arbitration, but what did we win? Not territory, and no, definitely not the Spratly Islands. The Philippines filed a maritime dispute, not a territorial dispute. This means our case was about the use of the sea, not the ownership of the sea or the features within. Also, the arbitral court does not deal with territorial issues. What the court did say was that China's 9-dash line was invalid and that it encroached into our exclusive economic zone. A country's EEZ extends 200 nautical miles from its baseline or its low tide point. But the EEZ is not about territory or sovereignty. No one owns its EEZ. An EEZ gives a country the exclusive right to explore and exploit the natural resources 200 nautical miles from its baseline. It does not give ownership. Now, in this map, our EEZ is the yellow line over here. Some of the areas where we clash with China are within our EEZ. For example, Scarborough Shoal is 117 nautical miles from the western shores of Luzon. Reed Bank, where the fishing boat Jember 1 was sunk by a Chinese vessel, somewhere over here, is 134 nautical miles away from Palawan Island. The Philippines does not claim ownership over these features, but it claims to have exclusive economic rights to exploit the resources there. So the EEZ issue is separate and distinct from our territorial claims to the Spratly Islands. In fact, Pag-asa Island, where the Philippines maintains a fishing community and garrison in the Spratlys, is beyond our EEZ. Pag-asa is around 227 nautical miles from Palawan Island itself. Now, 5 countries claim the Spratly Islands as their own, with each country claiming historic rights to the islands. The Philippine claim is based on that made by an Admiral Tomas Cloma, a businessman and the founder of the Philippine Maritime Institute. In 1956, Cloma and 40 other Filipinos went to the Spratly Islands and claimed it, not as Philippine territory, but his very own. Cloma called the islands Freedom Land and even made a flag for his own mini country. In the 1970s, Cloma would change the name of the king to the Kingdom of Colonia. But in 1972, Cloma was jailed by President Marcos for usurpation of authority. It turns out that he was not really an admiral. Cloma supposedly ceded his claim over the Spratly Islands to the Philippine government for a grand total of 1 peso. In 1978, President Marcos issued Presidential Decree 1596, naming the Spratly Islands as part of the Philippine Republic. And with that, Pag-asa Island is now the site of the municipality of Kalayaan of the province of Palawan.